Hi. Hi, hi, hi. How are you all? Hey, everyone. How is everybody? I hope everyone is okay. I'll put the link if anyone wants to join the chat. They can come in and join me. Just thought we'd have a little bit of an open chat, whatever anybody wants to talk about. And I'm babysitting 9-month-old grandbaby. Forgot what handful at that age. Oh my God, they're into everything at that age. Hi, Care. Was just wondering if Joe was going to go online. I just ate. We ate really late today. I started cooking dead late, so we only just finished eating. So I just thought I'd do a bit of a stream now and just I'm not going to talk about anything in particular, but if somebody wants to join or ask me questions about something or anything, like, yeah, she got the dog water bowl within the first 15 minutes. Kids and dogs, food and water. I don't know what it is about it. It's funny. They constantly want to eat the dog food and drink the damn dog water. It's craziness. But that age is so much fun. Even though it's exhausting, it is fun. That age is fun. The little shits at that age. It's like, oh, you're so annoying. But they're so funny as well. Hey, Dove. I put the food up. I forgot the water bottle. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not the best. And they just don't care. The kids just at that age, they've just got no fear at all. It's hilarious. They're funny kids. I love that age. So like the toddler age is my favorite when they're literally into everything. That's genuinely my like favorite age because they're just so adventurous. They're becoming their own little personalities, and that's my favorite. Hey, Bubba. Yeah, that is my favorite part. She has a tantrum. When I took it away, it almost broke down and let her play with it. I remember next door, I was babysitting and they were little, and Harper fell asleep actually on the dog's bed. And I put a picture up of it on Facebook, and people were like, oh my God, like, you shouldn't leave her on there. I'm like, she's sleeping. You fucking crazy if you think I'm going to take her off that dog's bed. Like, no, sorry. She's a toddler. They get enough germs as it is. Hi, cute. Like, they're perfectly fine. Hey, T. And like literally, I like showed the mum the picture, and she was like, "Yeah, that's fine." I let her go to sleep there all the time. It's her favorite little hole to go to sleep in. My middle son was walking by 9 months. Was really a shocker. Some do. Some are just like a little bit more advanced walking, and then some are more advanced at talking. At that, it is just potluck. The advantage with kids is they'll do it in their own damn time. They don't give a care what other people think. We all need to be more like babies, I think, like just not care. Do shit our way and in our own time, don't you think? There's lots of eyes upon us. Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Dogs hightailed it upstairs so fast I'm out of here. I think it was their mindset. Yeah, I'm pretty much guaranteeing that was their mindset. Like, yep, I'm out. Forget it. I'm done. I'm going to be out of here. Sorry, I'm just going to be 2 seconds. I just need to do something. I am still here. I'm just want to do something just for a second, and then I'll come back and I'll be reading all of the comments. Okay, collapse is fine. That'll be fine. You get all the time sitting down to talk and walk, and then you get the rest of the time trying to just sit down and shut up. I know, right? I got my nephew, like, I was like so adamant that my nephew was going to say Auntie Jojo first, and then I did, and then I was like, all I heard then was Auntie Jojo, Auntie Jojo, Auntie Jojo, Auntie Jojo, and I was like, oh my god, why did I do that for? What the hell was I thinking? 70 degrees in Alaska and 21 hours of daylight. Amazing for plant growing. It's like a green kush jungle. Wow. I know exactly what you mean. Hey, Kayla. My son lives in Anchorage. Just put the link back up if anybody wants to come in. Nata, you're more than welcome. I told you the puppies were cute, Joe. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm dead. I want one so bad. They're so freaking cute. Like, oh my god, I'm dying here. I was like, oh, but I want that one, and 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 that one, and that one. And then it was like, okay, I'll just take them all. I woke up once at 3 a.m. and forgot about the sunlight, got up, made coffee, and got dressed. Oh, yeah, they have lots of sunlight in Alaska, don't they? I'd be okay as long as I have blackout curtains and blackout blinds. Like here in our room, it can be daylight outside and we have blackout curtains, so we don't get the daylight unless we want it. Kodiak is an island. My cousin lives in Alaska. He is a forest ranger during the summer months and then a bartender in Homer in the winter, but dark in the winter, which is depressing. Yeah, you have a lot. Is it the same sort of? Oh yeah, okay, 24 hours, 21 hours. That's crazy to only have 3 hours of daylight. How crazy is that? Like, that's insane. That is crazy, crazy. I can't imagine just having like 3 hours of sunlight, but I also can't imagine just having 3 hours of nighttime either. I think my son is working in Kodak right now. It's on electric engineering with public contracts. I've heard of that Kodak. It was on a episode of Catfish from recollection. From what I remember, it was on an episode of Catfish and they had to go to, but they couldn't because of the weather. There's only like one like boat there a day or something like that. Am I right in thinking that? Hey, Laggy. Oh, one plane, maybe. Was it one plane? He got stuck in the quarantine for 3 months, would not let him fly in and out. Oh, wow. That's harsh. That is. Is CBD pregnancy safe? Just asking in anyone in chat new. Yes, it's safe, as in like it wouldn't do any harm to the baby as yet, but I would maybe contact a midwife or something just to find out. What I've read about it, and don't take my word for it because I'm, you know, I don't know much about CBD, but I do know that from what I've read, because I've been reading a lot about it recently, it is, but I would definitely seek like your medical advice, like your doctor or your midwife or something, you know. But from what I was reading about it, it was saying, they were saying in this thing that I was reading, and they were saying that at certain points of the pregnancy it won't do any harm, but maybe like then at another point it could do like growth harm or something like that. I'd have to show you the this thing that I was reading, the paper I was reading, but I would definitely yeah, I agree with T. Like I would definitely seek more medical, because like you can read so many contradicting stuff on friggin' on it. But I do know people that smoked weed all the way through their pregnancy and like nothing went wrong, but then you just don't know, and I'd be such a freaking nervous wreck. But the last paper I was reading on it was quite a good paper, but I can't remember the weeks that it could possibly be dangerous to the weeks that it couldn't. Hope this is all. What am I missing? What did Hoot say? They are breaking all the historical statues here in Boston, Massachusetts. Here too, Hoot, the hooligans are vandalizing all our statues in London, like of Nelson and all that kind of thing. I don't get it. I saw somebody, this woman, she had a store or something like, and she was really irate, and I must have saw it on YouTube because it's the only thing I really watch, and she was saying like, how is this helping our community? Like, you have affected me, another black woman, you have affected me, you've destroyed my business, you've looted my business, and it breaks my heart. I'll ask. I'm not smoking weed, but they test babies for THC here, and they cut baby away from you from birth. Oh, right. Okay. I would definitely like maybe speak to your doctor. Okay. It's definitely worthwhile. Can somebody tell me if Seattle is okay? I don't know, B. I've not heard about Seattle. It's just like that woman, I think, brought it home a lot, like, you know. It's just like that's a lot. That is a lot for her. And she said she's been in that business like so many years, and it broke my heart. And she was just like, how is this helping? Like, how? You've not what did she say? You've not punished the person who's done what he done to George Floyd. You're punishing. And this woman, like, she must have been, she said elderly, but I don't think she was elderly, but she was older, say. And she was like, you know, you've ruined my business. What have I done to you? It broke my heart. I felt so sorry for her. And it's not the people who were hi, monkey. I'm a military mom, so I have zero.
No, we left. Yeah. Yeah.
Where's Elia?
We can't find one. Is your sky broken? Is it? Is the sky broken? Oh, right, okay. They need it tonight. They need it tonight. Alright, I'll have a look tomorrow in my stockpile and stuff. Not the best time to do it. Alright, no problem.
I do too. Just the part that they like destroy history, like, and some of these statues, especially in like in London and in these big cities in America, have been there since like after the war, you know? It breaks my heart. It is so sad. Some laws are stupid. Let's remember it's one last law that black and whites can be separated. It's craziness. Like, honestly, stupid laws. Joe, how is, for fuck's sake, I've been praying for her. Last time I spoke to her was last night or late early this morning, actually. And her brother managed to eat. His blood pressure is still very low, so he's still very much in the danger zone, but she does still need a lot of our prayers and sort of, you know, any good vibes and healthy vibes, healing vibes would be, you know, amazing to her right now. But he did manage to eat a little bit, which she was really relieved with because it was a little bit of progress, you know. Our mayor is totally against the police anyway. He had the police chief resign a couple of months ago. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, even if it is just little, like you said, is you know, just the fact that he had a little bit to eat, and she's just so scared, bless her. She, you know, she needs all our prayers right now. That's good. I'm glad she's progressing. I read that one. When I grew up many years ago, my city I grew up in did not allow black people living there. Oh my God. That's insane, isn't it? To think it was that not that long ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine having like seeing signs like saying like no whites allowed or no blacks allowed. That just breaks my heart. It really does. I can't imagine like how I would feel if I was to walk into, say, a church that was predominantly black and then a sign saying you're not allowed in because you're white. Like, that would just be horrific. That would make anyone feel like shit. Like, what? No, that's just so mean. That just breaks my heart. It literally wasn't that long ago, guys. The segregation wasn't that long ago. And how sad is that? Like, to think that that wasn't that long ago. Like, that's craziness. My best friend in the world is black. My mother-in-law's black. She's beautiful. Absolutely stunning, stunning lady. That's just crazy. Ruby Bridges was the first black child to go to a white school in Louisiana. She's only 65. It wasn't that long ago. That's what I'm saying. It really wasn't that long ago. And that's so scary. Like, to think, I remember growing up and we had Leroy. Now, like, if you've imagine the most kindest giant you've ever met in your entire life, that's Leroy. He was, rest in peace, I broke my heart when he passed. He's 6'5", 6'6", big man, like built like a brick shit house, we used to say. And I remember him being the only black person that I ever remembered. There was him and one young lad, and I was just like, I was so confused. And I said to my mum once, can I have dark skin like Leroy? And like they were all laughing at me because they thought it was hilarious that I just like such a dumb thing to say. But as a kid, I like was like, why can't I have skin like Leroy? And they was just like laughing at me because they thought it was funny. And Leroy was just like, oh, poor Joe, you're so blonde. And I'm like, why? I don't get it. And it took me ages and ages to understand. I was like, I just want dark skin. I don't like being white. But there's an amazing picture of me and his son, because me and his son are the same age. And we must be about 3. And he's picking us both up by the backs of our dungarees. It's amazing. He was the most gentle giant ever. He was amazing, amazing man. And he had so much racism back then because he was married to a white girl. And, you know, nowadays it's normal. It's everyday society. You fall in love with who the fuck you want, whoever it's black, white, gay, straight, whatever. But back then, like, it wasn't the norm. It really wasn't. And they had so much crap about it. It was awful. Like, we didn't see it as kids, but like looking back now, I see it, like, if that makes sense. My BFF is the most generous colouring. She is gorgeous colouring. She's absolutely gorgeous. Classy mum. I'll show you a picture of Carl's mum. Oh my God, she's freaking stunning. She's so pretty, and she's so smart. Like, and I know like people are like, oh my God, welfare and all this. Like, she's never been on welfare. She's a freaking smart woman. Like, she's stunning. And Carl's still petrified now, 45 years later. If she said jump, Carl's jumping, because Carl's mum would kick his ass. And she's a very, very Christian woman. So like, we like skulls, and she's just like, you're all freaking crazy. Thank you, T. It's not so much of an issue here, the racial divide anymore, to be honest. It's not as an issue as it is in America, thank God. People are way more accepting here than they are in America. That book on common ground was written about the city I grew up in. What is that? I like books. Is that something that I would like to read, you reckon? Is it about race and the divide and stuff? I love reading books. It's my favorite thing. Lord, I wish I could attach a photo. Baby found a doggy door and his head is partially through the flap. Is there a lot of police brutality in the UK? I've never heard. I know nothing about other countries. No, mainly here. It's just teenage boys. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, or whatever of a color or race or class. If there's a bunch of boys sort of like more than two, 3, 4 walking around, you're going to get pulled by the coppers, and they're going to ask you what the fuck you're doing. But it's not a race thing or a class thing. It's just, what are you bunch of shitheads doing? We don't really, I'm not sure in like bigger cities, maybe London, Manchester, but I really doubt it. Like, we don't hear stuff. It is just, but we, again, don't get gangs like you do. Yeah, I'm not, but I mean in Wales. We hold a folk forced buzzing and everyone protesting. My dad was going to take me out of school and didn't want me to school with blacks in different cities. It was pretty sad. Wow. And see, that wasn't that long ago. That's like Craziness. Hey, Brett. Mildred's in the house. She wants some Steve's hair because he's just a peach. I'm still giggling at that. Like weeks later, I'm still giggling about it. Yeah, we tend not to have, like, here it is more weather, and we intermingle a lot more than Americans do as well. Like we don't care whether you're black, white, yellow, green, whatever. It isn't. I'm sure there is some that don't sort of openly say it, but on the most part, I think Brits have come a long way. We don't care either, John. No, I don't care. Like, as long as somebody treats me with respect, I don't give a fuck. Racism is taught. Nobody is born racist. That's true, Kayla. That is true. And it's so sad. I can't imagine, like, disliking someone because of the color of their skin. Like, what? Why? Hey, Conquering Addiction, how are you? I just can't imagine. Like, I literally cannot imagine at all, like, going, well, I hate that person because he's Asian, or I hate that person because they're Chinese, or I just can't. Just got off work. Joe, and I am so different. My grandbabies is mixed, but my other siblings died. Still believe in don't bother with blacks. Wow. Isn't that insane, no, Hoot? That was literally not that long ago. That's crazy. And I'm sure there are people here that feel that, like, deadly against other races and stuff. They just don't. Like, I know that you got in America, like, it's quite a big thing, but here it's really not. I just like plenty of white people, like SM. Exactly. For me, it's just not about race. If you're a twat, you're a twat. Like, simple as that. It is what it is. I know people, like, that don't really like Asian people, as in, like, people from Pakistan, Indian, stuff like that, because of all the things obviously going on with the Islamic shit. And my ex was from Pakistan. And I remember this one boy, my ex is an auto electrician. So he used to work on cars and trucks and stuff. And I remember we bought a house where I grew up, and one of the boys come up and was like, oh my God, is Nav around? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, oh, we come and have a look at my car. I can't start it. And I'm like, you were just on Facebook the other day saying the P word. You think I'm going to let my other half, like, help you? Are you fucking crazy? And he was like, yeah, but he's not one. He's a Tafistani. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he was like, it's a mix between somebody who was from Pakistan and somebody who's Welsh. I'm like, oh my God, you're so weird. And he was like, I don't mean no harm. I was like, well, don't say it anymore. It's not nice. It hurts people's feelings. But it was just a word. And years ago, it used to be the pea shop. It's like so crazy. Just like how they act. Yeah, it is. If people are going to be jerks, we're not going to like you. Like, I don't give a fuck what color you are, where you are, or where you live, or how much money you earn, or don't give a shit. I'm Mexican. I deal with more racism now since the presidency said about Mexican ours and bring crime. It's such crap, though, Kayla. That's the most bollocks thing I've ever heard. It's just televised, you're brought to the forefront. One instance sets off a power keg. I think you're right. And I do think, them protesters have every right to peacefully protest. I really do believe that. What is a shame is these assholes that are saying that they're doing it for George Floyd and for standing up for what's right, but you're not. You're going and looting people in your own freaking neighborhoods. Like, don't shit on your own fucking doorstep. What's wrong with you? And it's just the same as football fans. Like, these football fans, they're not really football fans. They're fucking hooligans. They want to fight. They want to think. They don't give a shit about the football. Or soccer, as you guys call it. I'm the same way, Kayla. If I like someone, it's because they are, not because of their looks, race, social class. Same. When in reality is something everyone lives with every day in their own way. Yeah. This is not about George. His own family begged them to stop using his murder for violence and destruction. Yeah. We were just talking about like the social divide between race and society and social class, religion, that kind of thing. We were just generally talking. Hey ho, you didn't get timed out my internet because that's bad out at my dad's. I told her that you wouldn't be happy if you were timed out. I literally said to her, like, she wouldn't be happy, she'd be upset. And we do see, like, if somebody gets timed out, we other mods and owners can see. But his family went to the UN to try and to defund the police department countrywide. I don't think that's going to help either, because there is crime, but we just need to weed out these bad eggs, because not all police officers are bad. Not all, not all people are this or that or the other just by their race, My dad kicked my sister out because she told him she was pregnant by her boyfriend who was Jamaican. Very sad. That is so sad. American is trying to cancel Paw Patrol now. Oh my God. Come on. That's just sad. Lord, this baby is testing me. I think I have a poopy diaper or nappy, as Joe would say. Ew, stinky butt. I don't think there is one situation I was in where I called the cops. I called family. The pizza will get here before the cops do. Really, Kayla? Oh, wow. We have very, very low police force here. So it isn't really, if anybody wants to join, they're more than welcome to come in. So, and same with ambulances and stuff like that. So when things do happen, it's generally, they do take a long time. They do tend to take a long time to come. Depending on what you call, you can wait 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah, I think that's about the same here, to be fair, Kayla. But we live in a very, very rural area. I called the cops, my big brother, before the cops. I called my big brother before the cops, yeah. I generally handle it myself. My godfather lives next door. I'd call him first. Growing up, I would call people like Leroy or Damage or like one of the boys to come and help me, like Moxie or something. I'd be like, I need your help, and the boys would be there, or my brother. But when I got older, if there was an issue, rather than fighting, I would try and I would try and I would try and sort it out myself or call the cops if need be. The police force was good in my town when I was sleeping. 3 teenagers broke into my house. I had 5 cops in 5 minutes. I was 18. I was a teenager. No, they show up 3 days later. Wow. I remember my nephew, it was his birthday actually, and he'd come up to see Nan, us, and he just passed out. So I got his other brother, Mac. I was like, just call your mum and tell your mum, like, and they were all fine. Hey, Kayla.
Hey,
How are
Britters, hop on.
I'll paste it again for Britters. There we go. Paste it again if anybody else wants to pop on. How are you feeling, Kayla? Can you hear me, Kayla? I think Kayla can't hear us.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
I
agree, but I'm not sure how we know to weed them out.
Yeah. Kayla, I need your puppies so bad.
Oh my God, they're so fucking cute.
I'm literally like, I was like, oh my God, I want that one and that one and that one and that one and that one. And Carl went, that's all of them, babe. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to keep them. And my fiance said you can keep one if you get rid of one of the dogs that we have, because we have 4 pit bulls. And I told him, I'm going to get rid of you before I get rid of any of my dogs.
Yeah. And with a baby as well.
I'm going to get rid of my dogs.
A puppy and a baby is just, although it's wonderful and they'll have a great bond, it's just bloody hard work.
Oh yeah, I told him I'll kick him out and I'll keep Sophia too.
Britta said, I want one, Kayla. I'll pay for it to fly out and its shots.
Honestly, why am I saying maybe? I probably would, because I'm really picky about who's going to take them, since I know. So I want to make sure they get good homes.
Yeah, well, you want to do it their forever home and not just like give it to any, especially with what dogs they are. People can just take the dogs and you don't know. I would be the same, Kayla.
Yeah, and I need someone who could actually like has time to like work with them.
Yeah, if I could afford
really good dogs,
I would. Like literally, if I could afford it, I would definitely have one and have it flown over and have all the injections and stuff. But to do that would just,
I'm a good home.
Yeah, it would be so much money. There's no way. I'm a good home.
The dog that just had puppies, her name is Kush.
Oh.
And she's my protector. Me, fiance, if we're yelling at each other, if you place there. Anyway.
Hi, Brett. Okay, babe. That better? If not, I'll go live. My phone is dying. Okay. Might be just being in and out of my phone. I was with you, you. What? Okay. Give me, I'm gonna get off this stream and I'll go on your